What's up with it, man? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a member uh, of the channel, and also hit the notifications too, so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Now, following yesterday's game, uh, in the aftermath of what took place in terms of the altercation between LeBron James and Isaiah Stewart. The penalties have been handed out. Now, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to several people that have already been on this. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to all my LWC brothers. Uh, Pro Basketball Updates or Ticket TV. He was the one that broke the story first. Go subscribe to his channel if you haven't subbed to his channel. Always bringing day-to-day basketball content. Also has a boxing channel as well, and one of the generals in the LDBC. Also want to give a shout out to Too Raw for TV. He was able to break the story too as well. Go subscribe to all of his channels. He's a historian of the highest degree and has multiple channels as well. And then LB, uh, go subscribe to his channel too as well. He broke the story as well. It's, his channel is called the Sports and Political Channel of LB. And then also there was Casino for Life. Definitely go sub to Casino for Life too as well. He was able to break the story too as well. Okay, so I just want to give a shout out and a salute to all those brothers. Now, this right here to me was you could look at this from a lot of different angles. Okay, the first angle that you could look at this, I know a lot of people are like, oh well, you know, LeBron, he's you know he got treated like with just a slap on the wrist and all this other stuff. I don't feel that way. Matter of fact, LeBron, he shouldn't have even been suspended. Listen, nothing that he did was intentional. Okay, now he got suspended one game, and Isaiah Stewart uh, got suspended for two games. Okay, now the thing about it is that he didn't intentionally mean to hit him or anything like that, but I think that the league was trying to do things in a way to try to make an example out of Isaiah Stewart, and I don't feel that LeBron. I truly don't feel like he really meant to do any of that. You know, what's up with it, True Viking Queen? I see you in the building. Okay, yeah, I'm tackling it right now. I just wanted to gather everything first, and plus I had some things going on too today. You know, my son he hasn't really been feeling that well, so my family comes first. Gotta take care of home first. But nevertheless, let's get right back to it. See, thing about it is that LeBron didn't do. I don't think he intentionally meant to hit Isaiah Stewart, and Isaiah Stewart he shouldn't have been suspended no two games. Matter of fact, they shouldn't have been suspended at all. I can understand. If he went back and he landed a punch, or he pushed somebody, you know what I'm saying, and tackled them to the floor or something like that. But he didn't do any of that. He was expressing. Oh, thank you very much, Queen. I appreciate it. He was expressing his emotions in an elevated physical type of game that had been heightened to the max. You know, um, Me myself personally, I have no problem with what took place, but that's just me. And if you grew up watching the basketball that I grew up watching and also playing as well, then this right here was not even that really that bad. Matter of fact, had it been back in the days, most guys would have just, got whatever fixed, because of the blood gushing out and all that other stuff. And then it's just business as normal. But of course, times are different. And we are talking about, the face of the league. A lot of people don't understand either that, when there was that incident with Jordan and Reggie Miller that had taken place. Well, Michael Jordan ended up receiving a suspension for the game. Reggie got to go ahead and play whenever they got into it and they put their hands on each other or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan was the face of the league, obviously. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because LeBron is the face of the league. He received a suspension, but no matter how much animosity that you have towards LeBron, or how much hate personally you have towards this man and everything, I've been reading the comment section and all the stuff that people are saying about him. Man, LeBron didn't do anything wrong in this situation. If he intentionally meant to elbow Isaiah Stewart, you would be able to clearly see it. You know when an elbow is flying at you. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about guys that are well above, 6'5", 6'5". You know what I'm saying? So LeBron is like 6'8", 6'9". 200 plus pounds, and uh, Isaiah Stewart, I think is around 6'5", 6'6", somewhere around there. I don't know his true height or anything like that, but he's a big dude. He's a big dude, and we're not talking about guys that are, around, my height, you know what I'm saying, around, 6'2", that between, that 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" area. We're not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? So when arms are flying and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit different than from somebody that has a different um, physique and body makeup. Now, I know a lot of people probably feel some type of way because they want me to get up here and say, "Oh yeah, well, LeBron James is ruining the league," and you know, Isaiah Stewart was the one that was bleeding and everything because of LeBron. I mean, stuff happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happens, and there's been situations where guys will accidentally headbutt a guy, or guys come down and it might be a little bit physical and everything. And some guys might feel some type of way because maybe you pulled him down or something like that. Sort of like the incident that took place with Miles Turner and Rudy Gobert. And look what ended up happening. He got up, he felt some type of way in Miles Turner, and he shoved Rudy Gobert. That type of stuff happens. But see, here's the kicker too. See, I was talking to somebody earlier, talking to my friend, and he agreed just like I did, and we don't often agree on that many things. But this is the one thing that we did come to grips with, and we found a common ground on. We said that this was good for the league. The league needs more of that. That's another angle that I'm going at with this. The league needs more of this. And as I stated earlier, this this is what a lot of people, believe it or not, they gravitate towards. They want to see guys compete. They want to see, a grudge of two teams that can't stand each other because they're getting ready to play next week. And this is what you want. You don't want to, listen, it's nothing like a buildup of anticipation of two teams that don't really like each other. That's what you want. It's sort of like with anything else when you compete, whether it's a boxing match, or what I'm saying, even when two guys are about to have an argument or a debate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It builds up an anticipation. You know what I'm saying? With anything, a chess game. You know what I'm saying? Video games, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a buildup of animosity towards one another because that's what makes the competition even better. You know. Now we don't want nobody getting hurt and ending their careers or anything like that. That's not what we want. But at the same token, like I said earlier, it's good to bump heads. That's what you're supposed to do. You're the opposition of one another. Um, Another thing is we also have to look at too, and the reason why I brought up some of the LDBC brothers in Ticket TV, True Raw, and LB was the simple fact that this right here is a spark to maybe the Lakers building on this and capitalizing on this to get them going. Sometimes, man, when when a situation like this happens, a team can either fall from this or their play can elevate from this. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel some type of way. So they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna play off of emotion. So that's another angle that we can look at it as. But me myself personally, I don't agree with it at all. I don't think that LeBron should have received any suspension. Maybe a fine here or two, or not even a fine. Like I said, it wasn't intentional. As far as Isaiah Stewart, it was his emotions, it's how he felt. It's easy for us to sit here and judge a guy like, uh, what's up with it, Chaco? I see you in the building. It's easy for us to sit here and judge a guy like Isaiah Stewart with him bleeding and doing all that other stuff. But until you're in that situation, until your mouth is bloody, or you got a broken nose, or you got a busted lip, or whatever, then you really can't. You can't say that. You can't say that. And a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people have ran up and down the court, or been up and down the field, or been tackled, or been elbowed, or been punched, or been you know uh, hit in certain spots and areas of the body to where it takes a while for you to get up, or they've fallen at a rate, or they've gotten injured, or any of that. A lot of these guys that get on here are casual and don't really understand what the game is about. What's up with LA Sports Live? I see you in the building. Y'all go subscribe to my boy LA Sports Live. What's up with it? Be More Legends. I see you in the building. You said I agree. I don't think LeBron did it on purpose, but I'm glad he did. Dude is a wannabe bully, and he got his feelings hurt uh, last night. Well, I don't think it. I don't think. Hold on one second. Now, I don't think. I don't think. I don't think he was a bully. Um, I just think that there's a certain physicality that some guys play with. I'm going to touch on something on that in just a second, to piggyback off of that LA Sports Live. So I don't think it was intentional, but Brian hit him above the shoulder with a closed fist. Listen, and see, that's the thing. We sit here and we say, okay, yeah, I don't think it was intentional, but no, it wasn't intentional. There wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What he was trying to do was trying to get his arm off of. I've done it before. Sometimes you want to send a message to a guy to when they try to, because I don't know if any of y'all have played, but I know whenever you're at the free throw line and you're in your position, you're in your set position. There are some guys that'll do, like, whether it's kind of pulling your jersey, or they'll try to put their arm up under your arm or whatever, so that when you try to jump up or whatever, it makes it hard for you to jump up because they're pulling your arm or something like that. And this is what I was going to piggyback off of on LA Sports Live. See, LeBron, Ace, and B More and True Viking Queen, those high profile players and superstars and mega superstars, you don't know the type of dirtiness that some of them guys have to deal with. Y'all just see them, flying up and down the court, you know what I'm saying, dunking, you know what I'm saying, or doing this or doing that. But you don't know that some of them guys are actually, actually probably trying to intentionally hurt them guys or do little cheap shots and stuff like that. Kobe said he used to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it was to try to get up under the skin of another opponent, and who better than to try to get up under the skin? You see, Lance Stevenson used to do it. Now he probably didn't take it to the magnitude that some of these other players do, but like he was trying to get up under the skin. He's like, look, I might not be able to beat you in terms of my skill defensively or anything like that, but I'm gonna do something to antagonize you that's gonna drive you in a rage that's gonna throw you off of your game psychologically. You said that was a delayed reaction. Then it was an overreaction by Stewart. Well, from what I understand, and Stewart is a fighter. He was an actual boxer. When coming up or whatnot, and you know any fighter that's a fighter or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you get hit like that, it's it's like go time or it's war. Pretty much, and that's what he had. And we could sit here and we could say that it was an overreaction, but let somebody do that to you, be more legends. You know, how are you gonna feel? You're not gonna see that guy. Oh, you know what? That's LeBron. I better back him up. No, I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are. You're gonna want to, attack that guy. That's just like the situation with Jokic. You're just gonna let him, hit you in your rib, a place where you can actually kill a person because depending on where what part of your rib is, especially when you talk about the left portion, you talk about the heart, you could actually kill a person. So you expect Jokic to just be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna let it go. No, you said Kobe may have sent McGrady into retirement with that low blow. I don't remember that one. You think the blood made it worse than what it was? Yes, it did. It did. It made it a lot worse. It made it much worse. And see, the NBA, what they want to do is they wanted to make an example out of Isaiah Stewart. That's pretty much what they wanted to do. That's pretty much what they wanted to do. But like I said, I don't agree. I don't agree that LeBron should have been suspended. I don't think either one of them should have been suspended. Yeah, I just think it should have just been a fine, and that's about it. It should have just been a fine. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, LA. That's a real good point. And but at the same token, LA people like this. People see you'll be surprised that the fans they're more in tune to this type of competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? Where it does get physical and it does get ugly. Like what sells LA Live? Controversy. What sells? Uh, a grudge between two teams. What sells? A fight. What sells? You know, animosity between people because it's the uncertainty of what's about to transpire between these two. Because they're like, oh no, oh, what's gonna happen? This guy's probably finna get into a fight. It's like with the bad boy Pistons in that whole era. They were like, oh snap, the bad boys are getting ready to come in. So, man, something crazy's fitting to happen. Let me get my popcorn. Let me get my drink. I'm about to be parked right in front of there because we don't know what's fitting to take place. People like that. People love that, and I'm glad LeBron. Listen, if LeBron did it on purpose, I wouldn't have even been mad at LeBron. To be real with you, even if he did it on purpose, I mean, shoot. Sometimes, man, you get tired of people thinking that okay, well, I'm soft, or what I'm saying, I'm just some pushover, or I'm just Mr. Nice Guy or anything like that. And we know LeBron was frustrated. We know the whole Lakers organization has been frustrated with the way that they're playing. Sometimes something like this might get the team going. That's just one of the angles that I was telling you. Like I said, I have no problem with it. I just have a problem with them doing a suspension. I don't think LeBron should have been suspended, nor do I think Isaiah Stewart should have been suspended. You know, and look, it see what people want me to do is get on here and because a big percentage of people, they don't they feel some type of way about LeBron, or they don't like him because of this, or they don't like him because of that. So they want me to, sit up here and be like, oh yeah, LeBron, man, yeah, he should have got suspended. He should. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Young dude's been taking liberties with LeBron, LBJ lately. So sometimes you got it. Yeah, absolutely. Look, it's like with LA Live. You remember when Shaq got into it with Andrew Bynum? Y'all remember that LA Live and Chaco, True Viking, and Be More Legends. Y'all remember that? See, Andrew Bynum has spent around and dunked on Shaq. You know that a young Andrew Bynum just coming out of high school and everything, feeling himself. He the same size, well, nearly, about the same size as Shaq and everything, playing the center position. So he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna show you up and everything." He was all in his face, bumping against him, and Shaq was like, "Whoa, hold on, fellas," and just bumped him. You know what I'm saying? And just like push him. And he's like, "Man, you better slow your roll." It was like his big uncle or his dad. You know what I'm saying? In the backyard, getting into it or something like that. Well, that's how it is with these young guys. They're like, "Yeah, I'm coming at you, LeBron. I don't care who you are." And that's usually how it is, man. That's usually how it is. But I don't think, like I said, I know LeBron didn't do it on purpose. Hitting him in the face because that's not LeBron's character. That's not in his character. Regardless of what people want to say, he didn't intend to do that. And he opened his hand too. By the way, LA Live. He opened his hand at first. He opened his hand after it had happened to say, "Oh, my bad." If you go back and you look at everything, I mean, yeah, it's a part of the game. It's all a part of the game. But unfortunately, you know, there's people that say that, but see, when it happens, people are ready to be like, "Oh my God," da, 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 da. Come on, man. Let's just keep it. Let's keep that same energy that you have. You know, and I can guarantee you that if there was no blood drawn, there wouldn't have been no suspensions. There wouldn't have been no suspension. But the fact that there was blood drawn, that just goes to show you that you know that's the way that they feel about everything. But had it had it just been like, okay, let's say just a couple, both of them being suspended. I mean, not suspended. Both of them receiving fines. That would have been more fair to me than anything. And see, you know, I put you like this: Najee Muhammad pushed LeBron and pushed him hard when they played against the Bulls, pushed him down to the ground. And guess what? LeBron didn't retaliate. You know, LeBron didn't retaliate, and that was the push. That was the shove. I think I want to say during the playoffs. I don't know if y'all remember that. So a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of stuff is taking place, man. And like LA said, it's a part of the game. Look, I'm not saying that it's fair to do this, but it just happens. There are teams that will just intentionally do something just to spark some sort of hate against one another. You know what I'm saying? You said, how do I feel about Ron standing over Draymond? I mean, you could ask the same question how I feel about Scottie Pippen standing over, Patrick Ewing. It's some guys, they take that as disrespect. He felt it was disrespect, and he got up and he did his thing. You know, and words were said, but guess what? It didn't stop them from having a business relationship, and Draymond Green was in the barbershop with them right after that. But what it does, see, when you in the lines and all that other stuff, man, look, all that friendship and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying, is supposed to go out of the window. You know what I'm saying? We at war right now. Like if me and LA Live are in between the lines or whatever, and we're playing basketball, man, I can't stand you. I don't like nothing about you. I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way you move. I don't like the way you dribble. And you're opposite of me. I can't stand nothing about you. I think your jersey is ugly. I think your haircut is ugly. I think everything that comes with you is ugly. I can't stand anything about you. I don't want you next to me. I don't want you to win. I don't want you to have that ball. You know that's that type of mentality that everybody have. It's just like with Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford. They're friends outside of the ring, right? But when you are in the ring, you're at war. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you approach it. I mean, that's I don't know. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to approach everything. You know, especially when you in competition with one another. It's like with Jordan and Charles Barkley. You know, now I know they haven't been on talking terms or whatever, but you know when they were, they couldn't stand each other. You know, right inside of the lines. You know, but that's just the way that I think. And some people can handle it, some people can't. You know, I'm just sorry. I'm just not a, you know, not a, and all this other stuff. Nah, but some people, they live for this sort of competition. People wanna, people wanna see, guys going at it in a spark rivalry. I know I do, but I done rambled enough. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Thank you thank you guys for pulling up. Like this video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications. Until then, this Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.